So I've been doing some looking around on the farm book marketplace, and I hit the automated response, "Is it available?" on about 52 listings, and to which they all said yes, of course, and I didn't respond back to any of them. Isn't that fun? I love farm book marketplace. I actually did respond to one, because it is a truck that I'm interested in. Oh, by the way, see that guy over there? His name is Zach. He's our friend now, and he's coming with us to drive this truck back in case we make the buy. Just had to get that out of the way. Now, I found one truck on there, and it's kind of an interesting build. It's for sale by a guy named David over in Westbridge Hills, which is about 2 hours away from here. Not super far, but kind of the next county over. And so we're going to go check it out. It looks like an interesting little truck. He said it was built up by his dad, who passed away last year. And it's for $20,000, and it's a bit of an old, smaller truck it has an aftermarket diesel engine put into it, and $20,000 is a little bit steep for it because it's a really small truck. But the thing that makes it worth it to me, potentially worth it, is it comes with a lot of tools. It's a fully set up service truck, and everything inside the toolboxes, everything on it comes with the buy. And I think that's what's going to make it worth it for us, because, I'd like to acquire some older machineries and, not have to rent so much. And so we're going to drive over there, check it out. Okay, here we are at David's house. Looks like he's standing over there. Let's go see what he's got to say.
Came to chat? Nice.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's start with some small talk here.
You won't believe what happened the other day.
Really?
Man, I really messed up again. Of course it happens to me. Who else?
Well, it happens to me quite a bit, too.
Okay, to be fair, the victim of my mistake was another farmer in a town nearby that your grandpa introduced me to.
Hold on.
Your pops asked me if I could help this guy out a bit. Easy job, just some leisurely plowing in the afternoon. What could go wrong, right?
Well, I didn't know this guy knew my grandpa, but okay.
Well, I was meant to plow the field where he planted oilseed radish as a catch crop. He wanted to prepare the field for whatever he wanted to cultivate next. Using catch crops in between your regular crops and then plowing it into the ground helps to supply the soil with nutrients, moisture,
All right,
and so
I'm losing my audience here.
But did you know that oilseed radish and the early growing stages of...
Okay, let's go check out the truck. So this is kind of cool. I like this. It looks pretty good for an older vehicle. It's I don't think it gets more character than this though. It's got a diesel engine, but it's a tiny little truck. It's probably like the equivalent of like the old Ford BT Cummins, if that's what they're called. That might not even be remotely close. And it's got smokestacks. It's got all the tools back here. Front wheel and rear wheel look completely different. That's just because it's a two-wheel drive. Maybe it was a dually at one point. I don't know what's going on here. But check this out. When we take it for a little test drive, you hear that? Not bad. Not bad. But you know what it sounds like? A modern-day Duramax. Listen to this. It sounds good. You just wouldn't expect it from this little truck. Whoa! My bad. Whoa! Let's just pretend that didn't happen. Alright, listen to this. Ooh, nice! Oh yeah. Better hear it from the outside. sounds so good for a truck and farming simulator. Looks like little old David even left some donuts for us. How about that? What a guy. Well, test drive went pretty well. This does have a little bit better towing capacity than our little gas truck over here. Even though it's smaller and doesn't have a huge engine, it can pull a little bit more, which would be nice. It's even got a little gooseneck setup, so maybe we could pull around a skid steer. Maybe nothing bigger than that, but that would be definitely useful for future jobs. So I think we're gonna go ahead and buy it. We just gotta go talk to this guy, and that'll be fun.
Know what mistake I made in the beginning?
Probably a lot.
I sold the harvest from the fields right away. Sure, you can do that. Sometimes money now may be better than money later. But what if you can get more money later?
No.
Keep an eye on the price fluctuations and make sure you have storage space for your produce. Silos, bunkers, sheds.
I don't even own a farm. Why are
Sell
you
your
telling me
crops
this?
when demand and prices are high.
Yeah.
Unless you're impatient and can afford it.
Yeah, I can afford anything. I'm rich, man. I am rich. Speaking of that, I'm $20,000 poorer now because we bought it. Let's go home. This guy's making me uncomfortable. So now that we have a service truck and some tools in our hands, I want to touch up my skills on fixing equipment and machinery because I kind of want to buy some older equipment for this business and restore it and use it. But we need a little refresher, and so we're going to take the next month to just fix and repair other people's equipment. And after doing some networking pretty much all day yesterday, I've managed to line up 4 jobs that I think will probably take us about the whole month, and we'll get our experience back to where it needs to be. I looked up how much diesel mechanics charge per hour, and it said $75 to like $130. We're gonna go on the lower end at 75 because, you know, we're not the best in the world. That's kind of why we're getting some experience going again. And so anyways, about the 4 jobs that I've lined up. First one's for Richard Miller. He owns a mine up in the mountains, and we got a BM Volvo LM 845. The description says it blew a hydraulic line. After looking at it closer, all the lines are very old and the whole system will need to be replaced. That's where we're going right now. Job number 2 is from Walter. He's actually our next door neighbor, for a Massey Ferguson 8570 harvester, and the description is needs new bearings, tires, and an oil and air filter service. I would do it myself, but I broke my wrist last week and it's no fun, or it says it's no fun getting old, don't do it. Well, I can try, but I don't think we're gonna succeed at that. And job number 3 is from Noah. He's the one that owns, he doesn't own, he's like the CEO of a big lumber mill. I don't even know the right word for it. Not franchise, not, you know, they own a lot of stuff, basically. And it's for International Transstar Eagle. Description says seems to build air pressure just fine, but there is 0 response to the brakes. Well, that's comforting. I'm sure you could just use that. I don't know why we need to go fix that. And then job number 4 is from Michael Hammond. He owns old sawmill up in the mountains. It's for a little skidder, Zetter TKL 81 Turbo, and the description, electrical issue. Don't go too crazy with the description now. Not like I need to know kind of what's going on, but we'll see if we can figure it out. I think we'll probably do that one last. So, let's get to work, and I'll catch back in with you guys and see how this all went. Crossthread is nature's Loctite. That's our motto here at Soup Productions. And that's the last job done. I handled all the billing this morning. We ended up making about $10,000 throughout the month, just turning wrenches. And then I paid the rent yesterday, which was $1,600. And then some money to groceries. And then paid $5,000 to our loan. So we're at $25,000 in the bank account right now. And I've decided to name this truck Little Red. I don't think there's anything more fitting than that. So, I think that's about all for this episode, so thanks for watching.